So Doug, thank you for joining me today. Tell me about the work that you do at Intel.
So I'm a senior application engineer at Intel, working in EMEA in the European area. And what I do is I help games developers to make their code, their software, their product work better on our hardware, so that it works really well and we will have a great experience.
And what are some of the things that games developers need to be aware of when they're thinking about developing for netbooks?
So netbooks in particular have a couple of things that they need to think about. One of the primary ones is to be aware of the fact that the aspect ratio of the screen is different to those that they might have on other platforms. But the other thing to be aware of is the fact that the Intel processor inside is an in-order processor, and what this means is that you might get pipeline stalls if you use a conventional compiler. And the Intel compiler and toolset will help you to get around that problem and get much better performance. We're seeing, depending upon applications, sort of 10 to 30% increase from using that.
And what kind of developer time investment is required to recoup that?
It really depends on sort of how they actually want to do this. So, for example, if they actually just want to use the compiler and don't want to invest too much time in the performance tools, they might find that they can download it, right-click on the project within Visual Studio, choose to use the Intel C compiler, click compile, and then in a few more minutes they can run it with the Intel compiler and use it and find that performance improvements immediately.
And what brings you to develop today?
So what brings me to develop today is a number of things. One of the first being that this is one of the UK's premier game development conference, and we get to meet with all of the people making those great games that are out there. But the specific reason why I'm here at Develop is for trying to get people to look at the netbook as a platform. There's a huge number of them out there, over 40 million. And so we think that this is a great way for game developers to get their games out there. And the App Up program that we have gives them a direct channel for doing that, so that they can get their software out there to the client, monetize it, get a revenue stream going really, really quickly and easily.